Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I am back again doing your April 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their sun, lunar, ascendant in lovely Cancer. And as a quick update, I am going to be doing my sex and relationships videos, so stay tuned for those. I'm not sure when I'm going to be posting them because I have a whole other series that I'm going to be rolling out soon, which is my finance deck, which I'm anxious to kind of get out because it's a really great deck that I created. So we'll see, maybe coming out mid-April, and for the sex and relationships ones. I'm not sure yet. Just depends on how much I can get through. So, and I do want to say a special thank you to everyone for subscribing and messaging me and sending me lovely emails. I am trying to get back to everyone for as far as emails, but I am, still available for private readings, and I do try to get back to people right away. So if you want a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. I don't have a website yet. I will have a website in the future, which will make the life so much easier, but right now it's just emails. So, and then the other thing is I am going to send you a little magic from my magical scarf, which I chose because it has a sense of magic and mystery to it, I feel. It's very colorful. So, so let's see what you guys get. I actually stopped my video and started again because I had rolled one out and it wasn't making much sense to me. Okay. So this is making more sense, I feel. So let's start at the beginning. Okay, so this is for Cancer females, or Cancer males too, actually. I feel like Cancer males, you may be dealing with a Pisces female, okay? And you may have broken up with her recently, okay? This is someone who has kind of cut you off or is not wanting to talk to you because she's checked out, okay? Cancer females, this is you, okay, because there's a lot of water, even though she is the fin. I feel like this could be you kind of lost in the dream of life and not the reality, okay? Cancer males, also, you may be kind of also living, living the dream, not living the reality, needing more structure, needing to time manage better, needing to kind of like, I feel like some of you are kind of having a difficult time focusing. It's important for you to, actively be engaged. I feel like there's a thing coming to me about finding the balance between being social and having alone time. Okay, so I feel like some of you are being, I wouldn't say overly social, but I feel like some of you are kind of going out maybe too much, burning the candle at too many ends, and then, you kind of going into this zone where you're cutting everybody off because you need alone time, and everybody goes like, where did that person go? Like, what just happened to him, or her, So, and so this is at the heart of everything. I feel like the heart of everything, there's this kind of melancholia, this feeling of loneliness, the feeling of, spending too much time looking at your own reflection, okay, in some instances, and not enough time kind of engaging with life, okay? I feel like for some of you, there's this over self-reflected. You're an over self-reflected. You're living in a bubble, okay? Phase. And then others, it's less. It's more like you need alone space. You need time to be reflective. Maybe you're not getting that time, And so What's crossing you here is the Six of Wands, okay? And the Six of Wands is climbing up this cliff, you could say, and achieving a lot in your career. So it could be work related. Maybe you're not having enough time off, you know? Maybe it's because you have this very low needing time to reflect, and you have this very high, you know, climbing to the top of a mountain kind of thing. So going on, and they're different. They're different modes, you know, of operating. Your operating system has two functions. You know, it's like that sinking or swimming kind of thing, where, you know, you're either sinking into melancholia and depression, or you're working really hard to get out of it. So, or you're working really hard to just provide for yourself too. I'm getting that as well. And then the bottom line here, which is, or the foundation card, is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so there's this. It's interesting. Cancer men, you may have met I just noticed this. You may have met your match, okay, in the distant past, okay? Several months ago, many moons ago, you may have met your match. Because if you are this Cancer male, okay, which I typically don't see him as being a Cancer male, but you may have some planets in Capricorn, or strong Taurus, or even Aquarius, or even Aries, maybe even some Sagittarius in there. And so this may be you. And if that's the case, then you met your match, because she's the Queen of Pentacles. So she's your match. This is what's crowning you, and she's your foundation. So she's on your mind, Cancer. If you are Cancer male, and it can go either way, because Cancer females, I a lot of times see you guys as her. Cancer females I see as being very mothering, very nurturing, very loving, very, you know, giving of yourself. And so the King of Pentacles to me is also that same person. It's that person who's very giving and loving and kind and considerate and caring. And it's just, you are the match. So to have, so it's so weird. It's so weird. So Cancer females, you're thinking about this guy, and this guy's thinking about you. It's very interesting. It can be different matches where it's like, okay, Cancer. This could be a Capricorn woman, or someone with strong Capricorn in her chart. Could also be another Cancer, okay? So Cancer guys, this could be this woman that you're thinking about, okay? And then Cancer females, this could be you, and this guy could be a different sign altogether. Like I said, it could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, or Aquarius male. Or I think I mentioned Aries, or somewhere having those planets. Okay, so, but you guys, it's so interesting. You guys are thinking about each other, you know, because she's here and he's at the top. So we've got the bottom, we've got the top, and they're reflected. They're reflecting, you know. So it's just very interesting to me that this is how they're matching up. They're not side by side. If they were side by side, I'd say you guys are either married, or you're going to get married, or, you know, you're a match. So, but I feel like you're separated. You could actually technically be separated from your husband or someone. Message me if that's the case. And you could be married to this person. Very interesting too, because in the recent past, you have this card, which is the love, you know, happiness and bliss card, which is also the sex card, okay? So there is a strong, it's funny, the things that connect, okay, let's just look at this. The things that connect the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles are this, which is the sex card, which is strong chemistry, okay? And it's also bliss, it's also happiness, okay? And this card, which is what's in the immediate future, which is music, but it's also about a person who is like well known, someone who's like, you know, a music star, a movie star, someone who's well known, maybe in their community, who's kind of come into their own power, you know, and she's kind of a star, okay? So Cancer guys, you may be I feel like you may be falling in love with this person in the near future. That's my feeling. You may fall in love with this girl, okay, that is kind of well known, very popular. She has her own magic. She has her own power. She's very much self-sufficient. She's independent. She's different, okay? You may have had the hots for her in the past, but I feel like she's going to be in your future. You may have had another girl, and I feel like this came up once before for you, Cancer, so it's not Cancer guys. It's not surprising if this would be a different girl altogether. To me, there could be... I feel like there could be two girls. Two, potentially even three girls in Cancer guys, in your midst, okay? Because you've got this Queen of Pentacles, who's not necessarily the Ten of Cups girl, who's not necessarily the Knight of Pentacles girl, although the Knight of Pentacles girl could be the Ten of Cups girl. It could all be the same girl as well. Because the Queen is, to me, a person pretty much all the time. The Ten of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, to me, are more attributes, characteristics, things that express what's kind of going on. So the Ten of Cups, to me, is the expression of love and sex and bliss and happiness. And the Nine of Pentacles, to me, is the expression of music and magic and beauty and that fame, that stardom, that kind of self-sufficiency, that accomplishment. So to me, they're linked. To me, they're all very linked. To me, it's a very strong connection between, to me, the King and the Queen. I think this is what you have in common. That's kind of, you know. So Cancer males, she is, to me, Mrs. Right, okay? And Cancer females, he is Mr. Right, okay? Or at least you think each other is, or something like that. And then you have such an interesting spread, Cancer, because you have, in the position of emotions, you have the Sun card, okay? And the Sun card is, you know, I talked about this in one of my other videos. It's feeling energetic and youthful and joyful and amazing, okay? So, Cancer guys, I feel like emotionally, you're going to be feeling good. Don't let, if this is a Pisces female, someone who's like, you know, wallowing in her sadness, get you down, okay? It's impossible for her to, I feel, because you're so up there as far as energy. Cancer females, you may be dealing with, I feel like you guys have some Cancer combinations, or so for the Cancer females, I feel like this could be another Cancer male, that's that is, that you like. But this could also be a Leo, somebody that shows up with strong Leo or fire in their charts. Because to me, the King of Pentacles could be the same guy. So it could be you, Cancer. I feel like Cancer males, this is you. Cancer females, this could be another guy, but also could be the same guy that you're dealing with, okay? So emotionally, you're good. Emotionally, you've gotten to this place of, you've gone through maybe this depression, or you've gone through, like, you've had a little bit of melancholy, or you've gone through, feeling detached. But this is re-engagement with the world. This is getting back out there. So I feel like you may be, in the beginning of April, detached, where you're just chill, and you're just working. This is for male and female Cancers. And then you kind of get back out there. And what's coming in from the outside is a supportive relationship. You're supporting her. And again, we got the star element. So you got two star elements, which to me makes me feel like this is her. Okay. So the person that you're in your immediate future that you're going to be with is this person. Okay. Or that you at least going to come in contact with. Cancer guys. And you're going to really support her to become more famous or more well-known, or just in her business. Because to me, she has her own business. She's the concert pianist, or she is an artist, or she is a musician, or she is, she's just an independent woman, okay? Which is the epitome of, to me, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is an independent woman, someone who's, very good with money. This is the female banker, this is the female CEO. This is the, typically, I mean, it's a Capricorn. It can be a Capricorn, could be a Virgo, could be even Libra, Aquarius, female, Cancer as well. So, that's kind of what I'm picking up for who she is, but it doesn't have to be those. It could be somebody else. But typically, it's an earth sign, female. So this could even be a Taurus female, okay? So for Cancer guys, that's who she is. But I feel like the star, I got another star element. Well, this is the sun, but the sun is technically a star. So we've got the star here, right? And then we got the star here, right? And then we got the stars here. So to me, it's the same person. It's not really, could be, could be somebody else, but, and I feel like what connects you is that there is that strong love element. There is love there. Now, in the position of attitude is, this card, which is, in recent days, originally I go through phases with my cards, where for a while I see them kind of only being one way. Not all the time, not for every card, but for sometimes. This card originally was about two people helping each other, about things, about an equal partnership, a 50-50 deal. And then it became about two people in an unequal partnership and about resentment, okay? But the thing is that because you have this card, where in my mind, the male supports the female, okay? But they do switch places, so it could be female also supports the male. You have this card, which to me, again, is an equal partnership, because you want to help. And Cancer, especially Cancer males, love to be helpful. They love to do it for others. So you want to be helpful to her in some way. You want to help her. You want to lift her up in some way. This is two people who are in business together. This is a business partnership. This is in a romance, an equal partnership where there isn't any kind of power struggle. Okay, it's not where like she holds the reins all the time or he holds the reins all the time. It's very equal. It's very back and forth. It's a great, to me, it feels like a really great partnership. Now, you guys are going to kill me because the last card is frustrating. And I'm just going to say that right now before I show it to you because, you know, I don't want to have this like... I don't want like all of you guys to go unsubscribe, click as soon as I show you this card. If I didn't prepare you, okay? So I'm trying to prepare you for the worst here. And this is not the worst, okay? But it is frustrating. So you got the 9 of Wands. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with my cards or not, but the 9 of Wands is the waiting card, okay? And so, it's like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really don't like being the bearer of bad news. This isn't bad news per se, like, you know, really bad. It's just that there's this element of waiting. Now, it could be Cancer guys. You're waiting on this girl for some reason, okay? Or she is waiting on you for some reason. There's this element of waiting. Things taking longer than expected. Needing to have patience. This is, you know, Cancer ladies, to me, this goes beyond male-female here because you can't tell in this image if this is a guy or girl. So to me, this is about waiting in general, okay? So Cancer females, it seems to me that you're waiting on this guy who really seems to be like Mr. Right. And there's a strong sexual chemistry. You have a lot in common. He's very supportive of you. He wants you to achieve your dreams. He may be like an investor. I don't know why I'm getting that. He may be some kind of investor. He may invest in you in some way. This may be another Cancer male that you're dealing with, or you know, like I said, some of the other signs. But for some reason, Cancer females, you're either waiting on him or he's waiting on you, and it seems like it's like things are kind of. I hate to say this. I don't even like using this term, but like frozen in time. It's frozen. It's sort of just like, it's almost like you're waiting for the thaw. You're waiting for maybe summertime or maybe further into spring when it gets warmer. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is waiting. Maybe you've been waiting for a long time for this relationship to kind of come to pass, you know, or things to kind of develop. This can also be waiting for things to develop as well. Being patient, being vigilant, knowing that things are kind of going to happen in their own magical timing. You know, this is, you know, this is also someone is looking out for you, okay? It's not just about waiting. I just got also God, your deceased loved ones, they're looking out for you, Cancer. So if you're not waiting on someone or something to happen in April, it may just be that you have someone looking out for you or over you, okay? Someone looking down on you from heaven, okay? It's possible that that's what this card is. If you're single and you're not dealing with any kind of crazy romances and whatnot. Also, if you're single, you are focused very much on career. And maybe you've taken some time off from dating. And in the past, you may have had some, multiple relationships. And it feels like there's this like big buildup, in the cards, because to me, it's all really positive. Okay. It's this big buildup. And to me, it's a story of you meet this girl, you have the hots for her, you want to like have kids with her. She is like an amazingly magical person, and you want to help her in some way. You want to become business partners. You want to become a partner with her in life. You want something to happen. And then it feels like, to have this waiting card, it feels like you're waiting for her. I'm just getting waiting for her to love you or something like that. Or waiting for her to call you or text you or, give you a sign or something. I'm also getting that. So that to me is the story here. So here's the tricky little thing. This is what I think. Okay, it all clicks in. It's all coming back to me now, like that Celine Dion song. Okay, oops, I just dropped this. So it's like that Celine Dion song. It's all coming. I should post a link to that. It's all coming back to me now. Okay, so this card is about someone who's checked out, who's living in this bubble, okay, the dream of life, not the reality, okay? And they're checked out for a period of time. And they don't know. They're so disconnected. They don't know how much time is passing them by. The world is turning over and over and over again. 24 hours, 48 hours, da-da-da-da-da. It multiplies very quickly when you start to think in these terms, okay? So, if Cancer females, you remain in this place, I'll say, for too long, it's going to be where this person ends up waiting for you to kind of become less detached, okay? Or it's going to be the reason that this person has to wait is because you're so much time, I feel like the combination of waiting and time go together. That's where these things click in for me, okay? So, Cancer females, Cancer males, there is this element of you going through a period of being kind of checked out. You might call it like a cooling phase, okay? Where you're not really engaged in all this activity, okay? And this will result in the waiting on the part of your future Mrs. or Mr. Right, which is not fun for them. So I will say for you to, if I was being mean, take your sweet time and stay checked out for as long as possible to torture them, So I would say I wouldn't stay checked out for an extended period of time. And this is a person who's very patient, but eventually their patience does wear out. Okay, I think everybody's eventually does. So I don't feel like this is going to be for too long, but I just feel like there is. It's funny because it's like the way they connect. This is the beginning of April. The waiting is in the end of April. It's just actually just clicked in. So the waiting will come to an end because it's at the end of April. So the waiting comes to an end at the end of April. That's it. So going into May, the door is open, I feel like, for you to, I feel like you're going to become re-engaged in life and all this other stuff in May. So if you want to have a private reading with me on this, I would strongly recommend it because it seems a little bit complicated, but that's kind of what I feel. So, and that's all for right now. I don't feel like I need to pull any final messages. I kind of feel like that's a good place to leave off. To leave off in a place where you're waiting. Just to torture you, Cancers. I'm so mean. No, I feel like if waiting comes to an end at the end of April, because that's literally what it means, then I feel like you're going to be with this person. I feel like you're going to be with this person for a really long time. Because I feel like you met your match. Whoever this is for you, this is your match. You go together. You're meant to be together. That's it. So, that's all that I'm getting for now. I wish you guys all the best. Stay tuned for more videos. I will be back. I promise you this. And, I just send you lots of love. I'm going to send you big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care, Cancer. Okay, bye.